Well, it's a green sea out there for crypto, and I do think that we are now starting to witness a shift. We're starting to witness a shift around this entire market, and that shift is into the Wave 3 structure. And what I mean by that is if we're thinking about the Elliott wave theory, we are about to witness the Wave 3 of the cycle, which is one of the biggest moves. Obviously, it's not the largest. Wave 5 will be the largest move on the charts, but Wave 3 is also pretty significant. And if we actually look back on the weekly, we could see a ton of green in the market. And we definitely have to talk a little bit more about XRP because we are starting to see some big signs on the chart that we are about to wake up in a big way. And we're going to be addressing it. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And also, guys, we are close to 10,000 members in the Discord. What are you guys waiting for? Join up. You won't regret it. A ton of free, valuable information in there and a lot of great discussions as well. So join up. First link down in the description below. So let's dive on in. On the weekly, XLM up 36%. We also have a few AI agents up significantly. IOTA up 27, almost 28%. Meme coins obviously doing very well. HBAR up almost 16%. Algo up almost 29%. And yes, if we think about where XRP is during this entire week, it's also up a significant amount at about 15.4%. Nothing too crazy though, and it's not like the other meme coins or it's not close to XLM, but we have been moving very well. Now we're going to be addressing it. We're going to be talking about it. But first, let's actually go over here to the top gainers and losers in the top 500. I mean, we are seeing still meme coins being top gainers, but along this, we have, a lot more movements happening around the space now. Altcoins are starting to show signs of strength. If we go to the top 100, we can see ICP, Sui, Athena, and a few other ones as well. It's not too bad. But these are just very small moves. This is the start, if you will, of Wave 3. Now, are we too early to call Wave 3? Is this officially confirmation that Wave 3 is starting? Well, we're going to be addressing that with the Bitcoin chart. We're going to be addressing it with Ethereum as well. So let's actually go over to Bitcoin real quick. So this is what Bitcoin looks like right now, closing in on 98.3K. Trading volume, though, down about 16%. I would like to see a little bit more volume behind these moves. We might actually reject the upper level, which we will talk about. But so far in the last 7 days or so, Bitcoin has been breaking off of the lows of roughly like 91K. And this is what the 1 month looks like. Again, just kind of chop, if you will. If we look at Ethereum, Ethereum's trading volume is actually up. And Ethereum is also up about 4%. And if we actually go over here to the cryptocurrencies list on the top 24 hour, we can see that Ethereum is now showing a lot of signs in the top 10, for an example, right? Being at least a little bit of a top gainer. It's not outperforming a Dogecoin and things like that, but still, it's outperforming Bitcoin, which is the focus. Everyone should be focused on that. But outside of Ethereum, if we actually look at the 1 month chart for it, we could see a nice little move here. Nothing too crazy. It's still a little bit of a chop fest. We actually have yet to gain momentum over the 2024 highs. This is the March highs. We have yet to actually break over that and gain a lot of momentum like Bitcoin has. If we go back to Bitcoin, for an example, once we broke over the 2024 highs, this thing went on a massive tear to over 108K. So we're expecting Ethereum, once it breaks over those 2024 highs, to actually go on a major move to the upside where, people are saying $8,000. Now with XRP, XRP already cleared those 2024 highs, and this is what I mean, right? XRP has been doing very well off of those 2024 highs, and in the last month, it looks like we're starting to break this structure. We have yet to actually get a clear confirmation of a breakout, which I will talk about on the lower timeframes. On the higher timeframes, we already did break out. But XRP has been performing well. I would like to see a little bit more volume, though. If you actually look at the bottom, you can see the volume really kind of just cooling off while we are moving to the upside, which is not usually a good sign. But outside of XRP, if we actually look at Google Trends, Bitcoin is still down. So retail interest is still not here yet, which is something that I have always focused on. I think everyone should pay attention to retail focus because the more retail focus, the more liquidity, the higher things go. So we're waiting for the retail crowd to come back in. I'm expecting that to happen probably by the end of quarter one. By the end of quarter one, we should have euphoria in this market, which is typically the best time to, be looking to potentially take some profits off the table. I know that a lot of people don't like me saying, oh, hey, take profits, but guys, profits are crucial in this space. You want to make sure that you are getting paid for your time in this space. But outside of Bitcoin, XRP interest did hit, all-time highs in the last 5 years. Right now, it's kind of cooling off, but it's starting to spike a little bit, which means retail interest in XRP is coming back. It's having a nice spike to the upside. They're searching up XRP. They're trying to find out what XRP is, what XRP is doing, things like that. And with Ethereum in the last 5 years has been pretty flat, which is why I said, once Ethereum actually breaks over those 2024 highs, the retail interest on Ethereum should move to the upside, which is what I'm actually expecting once we start to see those moves being printed on Ethereum. This should be our phase 2 of the cycle, if you really think about it, which means, yeah, the cycle could run a little bit longer than expected as well. But we definitely have to watch, wait, and see, and just really kind of trade what the charts are telling us and what, we're seeing around the entire market. If euphoria is in the market where, you see people posting their portfolios and you see them going out and buying, flashy things, you're starting to see a lot of talks about, your friends and your family members saying like, hey, what about this crypto? What about that crypto? Or you have, friends that never even talked about crypto to you. All of a sudden they're, talking about crypto and how it's going to do this, do that. It's typically the best time to de-risk a bit, just so you know. But that should happen, when euphoria is in the market. Right now, euphoria has yet to actually hit this market in a big way. But talking about that, Bitcoin dominance. So if you guys have been watching the previous videos, you know that I have been following this structure. And the structure is this higher or this lower high, right? Which we have printed on the chart. So far, we have higher lows, which is bullish for the structure, but we want to see those lows get taken out. I have this area of a demand zone for Bitcoin dominance to come back down to. So far, this has been playing out perfectly. We have a strong rejection up here from the cross. That cross is basically this downtrend, followed by this uptrend that we broke down through back in the end of November. That gave us a lot more steam, to really kind of push forward on altcoin charts. Now, if we look at this, right, we rejected the cross perfectly, and that's what caused us to kind of have this cascade down. Now, this is on the daily. If we really kind of look at this, I am focused on this gap being filled down here. I want to see this zone being tapped on this chart and continue even lower. We want to take out these previous lows. We want to continue to break down and actually create a bearish structure on the lower time frames and even on the higher time frame charts, which is going to solidify our alt season officially being here. Again, we're still at 57% on Bitcoin dominance. Guys, let's zoom out real quick and let's go all the way back here to 2021. Now, during 2021, this is when alt season was officially already, starting, right? Bitcoin dominance was still around like 60%. When Bitcoin dominance finally started to bottom out, which was around roughly like May, that's when most of the market in terms of altcoins actually topped out. Now, I do think that we have a little bit more time before we have to get a little bit concerned, but I would argue that the mid 40% range is when we should start to be a little bit concerned on our altcoin positions, because that's when you should technically be de-risking, which, could happen very fast. But we have yet to get there. I will continue to, keep you guys posted and update it. If you guys want real-time updates, like I said, the Discord is the best place for that. But overall, I am expecting this thing to continue to chop to the downside, but taking out this low around 56.11% is going to be a big moment on this chart. Now, outside of Bitcoin dominance, I have been focused on Ethereum dominance. Again, if we're talking about phase 2 of the cycle, then yes, Ethereum dominance should have a big move to the upside off of these lows. This is actually going all the way back to April of 2021. We held these lows on the weekly. This is on the weekly chart, by the way, before we had that, tremendous move to the upside. I am expecting that same move to happen here. The first initial area of interest for me personally is just kind of flipping the midline, right around roughly 15.4%. That is going to be a big moment for Ethereum. At that time, we should be trading over the 2024 highs. We should start to see Ethereum interest around the retail sector also increasing significantly. So I'm definitely watching this chart closely. And alongside this, right, we also have the XRP dominance chart. Guys, on the weekly, this thing has broken already over the 2023 highs when XRP got deemed not a security in the court of law. It's also over the April 2021 highs as well. This is when XRP hit the 2021 bull cycle high. And right now, we're still in a bull flag formation over here where we have been chopping on the weekly, and it looks like we are starting to break out actually on this chart where the next level of interest is actually the 2020 November highs, right around roughly like 5.21%. That should also take us to the next level around 6%. But that's pretty crazy if you think about 5 to 6% dominance over this market when this market is already trading at almost it's actually 3.5 trillion right now. A lot of people are expecting 5 to 7, potentially even 10 trillion. So, if we're thinking about that, and if XRP does have 5 to 6% dominance over the market, that's, at 10 trillion, let's just say 10 trillion, right? That's 500 billion to 600 billion dollars in market cap. And right now, XRP has about it's 140 billion. I'm just going to round down to 140 billion. So that's a lot more upside potential here for XRP. But also, I have been following the XRP Bitcoin pair. And guys, this has already broken out. Now, we're watching to see this thing continue to the upside. And this is what's taking me to the XRPUSD chart. Now, I do have a potential, this is a path that, I've been focused on. Right now, we are chopping to the upside right now on the 4-hour. This is on a lower time frame chart. If we have Bitcoin reject the inverse fair value gap again, this is right around roughly $100,000. This is a bearish level. As you guys can even see here from December 26th, we rejected off of it, came back down to retest the lows, take liquidity. This is right around like $92,000. If we reject this yet again, I would be expecting XRP to create one last low. That low should be around $2.20 before continuing higher and breaking out officially on this chart. Right now, structure-wise, XRP is neutral. We still have those higher lows, but right now we are still creating lower highs. We want to create a higher high on this chart, which should be around roughly $2.72. We want to break over that upper line, right, which will take us to retesting the December 3rd highs right around $2.90. I'm watching for a big break on the lower time frames. If we're going back to the daily, for an example, right, the daily has already broken out. If we're going off of the candle bodies here, if we're going off of the liquidity wicks, it's a little bit of a different story. But if we're just going off of the candle bodies, we already broke over this. And in fact, we're actually holding this as support so far. So the big question is, are we going to create that higher high now, or are we going to reject this upper trend line yet again and get a retest of $2.20, create another higher low on this chart before creating a higher high? And that's the big question. But if Bitcoin can reclaim $100,000, I don't think it is a question anymore. I think that XRP is going to break to a new high on this chart, which should take us to $4 if Bitcoin can break out here. Now, during this time, I'm also watching XRP Bitcoin because the strength against Bitcoin when it comes to XRP has been very, very impressive. But it's been something that we have been watching for and expecting to happen for a while. This has been something that, we've been predicting for a while. It's the number one reason why I talk about XRP all the time. XRP is still one of the strongest altcoins in this space. And outside of the USD chart, this is the most important chart, the Bitcoin pair. And this is showing you that you should be very bullish on XRP in the short term, the midterm, and even the long term right now, cyclical wise. So right now, XRP showing all signs of a much larger move coming. It's brewing. And at this time, I'm still expecting the wave 3 structure on XRP to be $4 plus. So we should go to a new all-time high on this next move once it's confirmed on the lower time frames, aka on the 4-hour chart. Once we break over this, we should retarget those highs, break over this to create a higher high, and then target the December 3rd highs to go to $4 plus. And during that time, I also think that retail focus and interest will erupt in a big way, which will only provide even more fuel for XRP to go even higher. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.